Yeah, hi everybody. Just thought I'd do a quick video for a Sachs 504 automatic engine. It's out of a little KTM moped that I'm in the process of restoring. Yeah, so engine's been stripped down already, cleaned, painted. I just thought I'd show a quick video on the clutch operation. I've actually just got two new clutch plates. Took a while to come from Germany. They've been soaking overnight in me ATF fluid. A lot of questions, well not questions, but a lot of things on the internet about how these clutches actually work, and it's purely just on the centrifugal force for when you're actually when you twist the throttle. It's quite straightforward, and the starting works in the opposite direction basically. So yeah, so when you're powering it through your throttle, so your power is obviously through your engine, so your piston's attached to your conrod. It twists, it's actually the other way. It's actually that way. Yeah, so you increase throttle, so increase RPM, and you have what they call a donut in here. It's just an expanding spring wheel that pushes out on the back of this curve. There's another washer inside there. It literally just pushes that way. The two clutch plates sit in between these three plates here, and it literally just pushes that way, squeezes those onto the plates, and that gives you the drive. Now when you're doing it the opposite way, when you need to start, because these are a pedal start and you have a decompression valve in the cylinder, so basically it's the opposite side. So what happens is you actually presses on this end when you activate the decompression lever. So you have this little ball and cup that goes over here. There's a lever mechanism, there's a pin that goes through there. So you have, let me see if I can get this right. So it would go in there like that. You have your cable to your decompression lever. It goes through here. So you pull the decompression lever. That actuates on this lever here, which pushes that in there. And again, you can see that it just closes up the gap on the clutch there. And again, obviously with these there. So when you're pedaling like mad, this way, yeah, and you engage the clutch, obviously if you engage, then it allows the whole thing to turn. So you're actually turning the engine when you're pedaling. So quite straightforward. To start, the drive goes basically that way, and when you're putting power to the engine or increasing RPM, it goes that way. So, and then goes to the rear wheels. So yeah, but just quickly on the clutch. So let's just take this off. Get this out of the way for a second. Okay, so clutch mechanism. This one's actually been waiting for these clutch plates for a while, which is rather annoying. So here's your shim. That's your shim for adjusting the play. This was unfortunately swimming in water, this engine, hence the state of these discs. You have the wavy washers that keep the discs apart. Another plate, another washer, another plate, and you have a keyway just there, so that's locked onto the shaft, and then you have which one have I got here? Yep. Okay, so here's your donut. So that's your basket for your clutches. There's a washer on there. Must remember that one. It's on the back of there. Yeah, so there's your curved plate. So basically you increase RPM, and this literally just expands. And as it expands, it rides up here and basically pushes that way. So it pushes against this first plate. Yeah, so it literally just expands like that. And obviously just, you know, the clutch plates in between the discs, and one will be on there. And yeah, that's it. That's how the automatic clutch works. It's really straightforward. So yeah, so now I've got all this, I can reassemble. I might as well do that as it happens. Yeah. Right. In actual fact, I'll do a different video just for the reassembly on this, and for checking the adjustment, or the play rather, I should say, because I may need to get a different size shim. Just one thing on these. You got the 3 plates. Now I'm not sure exactly why, but you can see you've got 2 thick ones and 1 thin one. The thin one is basically the one that's against the donut, as they call it. Yeah, and then the 2 thick ones in plates. So yeah, I'm not too exactly sure why that is, but that's how they are. So I shall get some. I've got some oil actually ready for assembly, but I'll just clean up these a little bit more because they've been stirred for a little while, and then actually, in fact, I need to change this bearing anyway. So I need to change this bearing and seal on this crank. So I've got new bearings, and a couple of new seals. So yeah, I shall do that before I do anything else. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll do another video about the actual clutch assembly a little bit later. Thanks.